Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Zenaton, and welcome to today's video for Legends of Runeterra. Well, what do we have today here? Today we got a actual good top, I wouldn't say top tier, but definitely one of the stronger decks in the format, probably at least in the top 10 decks for strength, maybe arguably even in the top 5. But one of the better decks to play on the ladder if you're just looking for a solid list you can play, we're going to be looking at SIVIR AKSHAN. SIVIR AKSHAN, just a strong deck with a very strong matchup table. Doesn't really have any insanely good matchups, but on the flip side, it doesn't have any really bad matchups. And a lot of people like decks like this where it's mostly most of its matchups are even, maybe slightly favored, slightly unfavored, because a lot of people think those are the decks that skill is really getting shown off. And I agree with those people, which is why I don't play them, because I'm not good at card games. But yeah, lots of ways to build this deck. I think it's really, really solid in the current meta. And I'm going to be showing off the list that I like and that I would play if I were to use this deck to climb with. So let's go and look at the deck. Okay, so welcome to the deck. Welcome to SIVIR AKSHAN. Pretty much exactly what you expect when you hear SIVIR AKSHAN. Only really has one new card, Petricide Broadwing, the new card that all the Demacia decks are playing because this card is pretty much busted. But yeah, pretty much exactly what you expect. Your game plan is just standard mid-range stuff, get some nice tempo, and win the game. Somehow, either through just great tempo, an overwhelmed game plan, or a strong rally turn. Maybe with a 4 Demacia on top. So yeah, deck is solid. But there are, like I was saying, a lot of different variations of the deck. And we'll talk about that really quick. For example, some people like Fleet Feather Tracker in their list, like a 1 or a 2 of. I'm not a fan of it. I like just 3 Treasure Seekers as my 1-drop and nothing else. Some people don't like Preservarium. I like it at least as a 1 of. Some people like more single combats. Some people like no single combats. I like it as at least a 1 of. Some people like 1 Absolver. I think 2 is good. Cataclysm. Some people don't play Cataclysm at all. Some people play 2. I've even seen some people play 3. I like 1. Merciless Hunter is also a card that the numbers bounce around from between 2 and 3. I think 2 is a sweet spot. Vanguard Sergeant, I like as a 2 of in the current meta. I think 4 Demacia is just great in the current meta. Not that many Ruinations around, so 4 Demacia is fairly safe. I know some people play 1. I think 2 is the correct number, so you can have a good chance to draw 1. Vicar and Vagabond, I like 2 of them. Some people play 3. I think 3 is a little too many. I feel like you'll draw a second one if you play 3 of them, and that's not good. Vagabond's one of the cards you're looking for in your mulligans anyway. I'd say like Action, Vagabond, and maybe Treasure Seekers and Sevirs and Broadwings are the things you look for in your mulligans. 3 Golden Aegises. This is also something you could go down to 2. No Shield of Duran. Some people like to play Shield of Duran. Synergizes well with Petricide Broadwing. Action, okay with Severe. I'm not playing it at the moment because this is a fairly stock list, but I definitely think if you want to, fitting in 1 or 2 Shield of Durans is pretty solid. 1 of Right. Right is always a card that sometimes gets cut here, but I think it's just good in the current meta. And then for the 5-drop slot, some people like Radiant Guardian, some people like Screeching Dragon, some people like Ruin Runner. Bruiser is probably the most common of the 5-drops of choice, but I'd say if you're running into things like Burn, like Narzigs, or Spiders, you should probably play maybe 1 or 2 Radiant Guardians over the 2nd and 3rd Bruiser, but I think you're just lowering your overall win rate if you do that, and those kind of decks aren't that popular. But really quick, let's go through the rest of the deck too and talk about it. It's Shapestone, I like 2 of them. Card is really good, just fairly strong, even after the nerf. 3 Treasure Seekers, you just need some 1-drops. We're a tempo-y mid-range deck, it helps. And Waking Sands combos pretty well with Merciless Hunter giving something vulnerable, so that's pretty cute. 3 actions, we're going to play all 3 of our champs. There's no No argument about how many champs you should play. Bright Steel Protector is just nuts. Able to help protect your units, like your action. Helps progress the Warlord's Palace and the Warlord's Horde, I think? Yeah, the Warlord's Horde. So Bright Steel is a great card. Synergizes well, too, with Challengers, of course, single combats, and pretty decently with Severe when she levels up, too. So, all three of them. 3 Broadwings. The card is crazy good, so we're going to play all 3 of them. 1 of Preservarium, just for a little cycling. You don't really want to draw this too early, but it's a okay card. You just have 2 mana just floating around. You drop this and get a lot of extra, get a couple extra cards. So I like it as a 1 of. 3 Sharp Sights. It's the Demacia. You're going to play 3 Sharp Sights. 1 single combat. Just a nice card. I really like it as a 1 of in this deck. We're not trying to do too much fighting, and our units aren't that great with single combat, but thanks to Bright Steel, it's not the worst. So it's a 1 of. If anything, I would rather play a second Cataclysm over a second single combat. Or you could even take out the single combat for a second Cataclysm. I don't like that, though. 2 Absolvers. Giving Overwhelm to Severe with Absolver is just a win con. So we'll play 2 of these. 1 of Cataclysm. Cataclysm with Severe is crazy good. And the card is just also kind of decent with action as well. So we'll play it as a 1 of because it is a little clunky. 2 Merciless Hunters just some pseudo removal here. Helps set up some decent trades. And a 4/2 Fearsome for 3 is not a terrible body. Vanguard Sergeant, 3 mana 3/4 is a good body. And For Demacia is a great spell. Someone described it to me as basically a one-sided ruination. For Demacia is a one-sided ruination, and I kind of agree. It's like you're putting on a lot of pressure with a For Demacia, forcing your opponent to block, most likely making them having to block, and getting rid of some of your units. Probably their weaker units, but still, it's pretty decent. 2 Vagabonds, pretty much just here to help your Warlord's Palace and your action level up. And she does it really well. And her body is not that bad. 3 mana, 3/3 is a decent stat line for a 3-drop. 3 Golden Aegises. Might be too many here, but I like 3. Just being able to rally, especially after you play Absolver, the Overwhelm part of the Absolver on something is so good. And being able to rally when you play to For Demacia is really, really good too. 1 of Right. Countering certain things like Ruination and Field of Rush and other things can just be game winning. 3 Severes. Again, another champion, so we don't really need to talk about it too much. Pretty much just going to level her up. Great to put more keywords on her too with the Bruiser. So we play all 3 of her. Champ spell's a little weak, but that's whatever. 2 Concerted Strikes. Big removal, and it synergizes well with Bruiser, action, his landmark, and Severe too. So very, very good spell here. And finally, 3 Bruisers. Not much to talk about here with the 3 Bruisers. Pretty much just a great guy, giving you some extra value. Lucky Finds are great. Helps level up action, opening the palace, whatever you want to call it. And the body is decent too. 5 mana, 5/5 is a solid body. So yeah, very good deck. A phrase, to borrow a phrase from Magic, there is a phrase called Jund 'em out. And Jund is basically a deck that historically is similar to Action Severe in that it doesn't have any insanely good matchups. It doesn't have any really bad matchups. And everyone's like, I'm just going to Jund 'em out with Jund because you're like, I'll just let my skill shine. And that's kind of what Severe Action is. So, with that all said and done, let's go and take this deck for a spin on the ladder. Okay, Darkness. In theory, this should be a good matchup. I just need, action. I'm just trying to think if I want action, definitely. I also want my Vagabond and a Treasure Seeker. And Severe. Like, Broadwing doesn't do much in this matchup, which is why I'm throwing it away. I really want to find that Treasure Seeker, though. Okay, good. The Treasure Seeker is basically for a Catalyzer. And hopefully they're not playing Group Shot. If they play Group Shot, that's really annoying, because that would mean my action has to block the Catalyzer. But yeah, this is a matchup where you pretty much can't stop a turn 2 catalyzer. Decent draws? Yeah, not bad. Turn 3 is not really too special for them, so we can just develop the board some more. And we're just gonna play Vagabond here.
Cool eye patch.
You like it? I mean, shut up and fight.
And nice. They don't even have a Conchologist or anything, or they're saving for their Vagar turn. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about a Vagar. Like, they're gonna get another buff from Vagar. Okay, that's enough emote spam.
Work the fabric, minions. Work it.
I'll play another Vagabond.
You like it? I mean, shut up and fight.
I would actually like to draw my Merciless Hunter here. So, action levels up, which is why I wanted to play the Vagabond now. And I'm looking for a Severe or a Merciless Hunter, I think. Well, I just drew Severe, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. I think because of that, I'm gonna just play Severe. Let's see what they do. I might actually use the Sandstone Charger, or granting everyone +1/+0. That's gonna be annoying. We're just gonna do this. Yeah, I think I just give everyone +1 attack? This might be incorrect, but let's do it.
Danger pays.
Wait, let's just have our Severe in the back, of course. Because if they try to do a Darkness play, we just Sharp Sight. Yeah, like they have to block and then Darkness my action, and we'll just Sharp Sight. That's why I wanted to do this play, because of, you know, this. Like, I just dealt 12 here this turn, and they have no board. And GG, that's what we do against Darkness.
One step closer to a world without villains.
Oh, I think I lose this matchup. Hard, in fact. But yeah, Sion, Draven with a 1 of Vi. Like 3 Sions, 2 Dravens, 1 Vi. I'm going to look for a Severe. I think this matchup is going to be won by, like, rally shenanigans, and I want a fast, like, a turn 4 Severe here. Or at least a turn 5 Severe. I kept the Shapestone because I had a turn 1 or a turn 2 action, so that's pretty nice. Absolver's not terrible. Grenadier, ooh, that is some damage you are doing there.
I don't need rules to know good from bad.
But I think I'm fine, especially if they play these Poros. Yeah, this is good for me if they're playing the Poros. So we're just gonna summon the Sergeant and attack in, I think, here. Or this. I actually like this a little bit better. I can get rid of one of the Poros with this. It kind of prevents them from developing the board some more. Nice. Also really glad to see this Absolver here. We're just going to take the damage probably from Draven, most likely. Might Sharp Sight block this Daring Poro. Hopefully they don't have... Okay, that's good. I was going to say, hopefully they don't have another Reborn Grenadier. And we'll just do this. I have a 3/4. There you go. But yeah, so we're just going to Sharp Sight our action and block this. Now here's the question, do I trade here? I think yes. Yeah, I think I do trade here. They probably don't have another discard way, a way to discard Lost Soul. And I just say summon Bruiser here. It's actually not a bad draw. Nice defensive Bright Steel Protector here. That's annoying, but I'm just gonna do this. I've got a shape stone here if they block with the 4/3. Really, no Mystic Shot? No way. I mean, 2 mana has to be Mystic Shot. Unless you're gonna Poro Kit. Okay, there it is. Wow, and not even a safety block with anything? That might be game. I even get my Palace and level up action now. And Draven's dead too, that's great. They have no mana, so they can't develop the board. When they play a Twin Bladed, I can play Bright Seal Protector, like defensive Bright Seal here. I like it. And I think I will give Action the Lucky Find. Let's see what I can draw first. I definitely want to draw here. Either a Rally or a Severe is what I'm looking for. So, found a Rally, not bad.
Is now ours.
And hopefully I can give Action Tough or Health. Challenger wouldn't be the worst. Okay. +0/+2 is pretty solid. He'll be a 3/4? Yeah, he's a 3/4 now. Yeah, like now we've got Absolver Golden Aegis, for Demacia Golden Aegis, and we're just going to Barrier real quick. Okay, so I need to do my math here. So I need 4 mana for Golden Aegis. 8 mana if I do an Absolver turn. 10 mana if I want to do For Demacia. I have 7 mana next turn. So if I summon Vagabond, I can't... Okay, I'm going to summon the Vagabond. This means I can't fort... Okay, well, GG.
Vengeance with a smile.
Well, this one's interesting. Haven't seen this in a while. Ahri Kennen. I know some people think Ahri Kennen's still decent. I'm just gonna keep an Action and a Broadwing. I think this might be a loss. It's been a while though. Like, this hand's not that good. If I can draw a Sharp Side or something, this hand's good. Yeah, this hand's really not nice. But yeah, I can't remember how this matchup was back when Ahri Kennen was at its prime. And with the nerfs, I don't think we're in a bad spot, I feel. Just gonna summon Action here. And we are going to attack it. They would not block because of... They won't, like, block Twin here because... Shapestone, that's the card I'm thinking of. Nice, they don't develop the board here. They're just getting their spell mana squared away. And we're just gonna play a Broadwing. Now the question is, do I play this as well? They have nothing here? Interesting. So the fact that I have this Broadwing... So I think I'll at least play the Treasure Seeker. And then depending on what they do... Opponent, did you just come back to the game? Did you... Okay. Yeah, it feels like my opponent hasn't realized this card's been nerfed. Maybe they're... Okay. Is this intentional? Like, do they know what they're doing here? I hope so. Okay, they're probably going to just recall this. That's fine. They're losing out on their board. I still have 3 units. Sure, you're going to get all this card advantage. Doesn't matter. I'll just kill ya. Playing, I don't even know. Kinku Wayfinder? Playing Kinku Wayfinder is such a tempo loss there. And we have a turn 5 Severe. Pretty sweet.
Nothing's lost. It's just waiting to be found. And you won't believe what we found today.
That's fine. That's all fine. I'm not even going to Sharp Sight this. I might Sharp Sight this. I'm going to Sharp Sight this. If they use a, what's it called here? A twin here? Fine. I don't care. You know what? I care a little bit. Yeah, I care enough. We have another Absolver, and this lets us pop our Palace list. Oh, and GG. Okay.
The real treasure is friendship. That's the gold.
Oh, okay, okay. Bandle tree. I'd say we're favored in this matchup, but we need an early action, and more specifically, a Warlord's Horde to pop. So I'm just gonna mulligan everything away for action and Vagabond. I found none of them, but that's fine. I'll just draw it because I'm a good player, right? Got a Broadwing, which is not a bad draw. And Severe. Severe's not bad. This hand's not that great. Like, in fact, this hand's really, really bad. I would attack in here if I was my opponent, but seems like they won't. Okay, Bruiser, not bad, not bad. We're just gonna play Bright Seal here. We have 3 Bright Seals. We gotta do something with these things. But yeah, this might actually be a loss, our first loss for the video, because it seems like I'm not good at drawing. I just can't seem to draw a action or Vagabond. Granted, our last few games we've been drawing some actions and Vagabonds, so it's only fair. It's variance, or whatever you want to call it. Another Pokestick? That's fine. I honestly don't care. Now, here's the thing. If they play Gnar, we can just Bright Steel again. They don't play Gnar, we get to play Severe. There goes our Bruiser. That's fine. We still just play Severe. Really want that action, though. Really don't like that. I'm just gonna do this. I need to keep developing the board. I might even play my other Bright Seal here. That's how bad this hand was. I don't know. I think I should keep my other Bright Seal around because of Gnar. That's a barrier. That's... They've used 2 Pokesticks. I doubt they have another Pokestick. So if I Bright Steel this Bright Steel, that's 11 for Severe. She'll be at 17. That's not great. Yeah. I want to use this the other Bright Steel as a defensive Bright Steel. Okay, sure. It's fine. That is the correct block. Good job, opponent. Severe going down to 1 health doesn't really matter here because they've used so many of their Pokesticks. Kind of scary against Gnar, but whatever. She still has her spell shield up. Not a bad draw. That's actually awful because I have nothing to develop my board with. My hand is so bad I have to play this, I think. Yeah, this was just a bad draw from us, sadly. Group shots. Yeah, okay. It happens sometimes. At least we killed something. Like, this happens a lot. Sometimes you just draw poorly. I feel a flock coming here. Buster Cannon. Good saver. I feel like I have to. I don't like it, but I feel like I have to do this. But yeah, like, we need a level. This matchup is really just Severe Absolver is how you win this game, and sadly, we couldn't find Severe Absolver. We're just gonna clear this, and then play our Bright Steel again. That's also some nice level up progress for Severe. Action wouldn't be a bad draw here. Still no action. Alright, so we lost. Didn't draw action or Vagabond. I know I've been saying I've lost a lot, but really? Yeah, we can't really do much against this. Who Concerted Strike that? I'm gonna do it. Hey, don't Scorched Earth me. Thank you. Alright, so we can attack in like this. And so we do kill that. Now here's the problem. They just need to play 2 regions. I mean, I guess this is a good game because it shows you this deck can draw poorly, and, well, we drew poorly. So yeah, that's one of their missing 2 regions. That's really good. That might actually win us the game.
Would you look at this place?
I'm just passing. Until they play the 10th region, I'm not going to rally. There is no need for me to rally. Alright, so that's the 10th region. Another Severe. Actually, pretty solid draw here.
Danger pays.
Okay. So I'm just gonna pass and let this go through, and then we'll rally.
Follow along, little ones.
And I'm expecting them to kill Severe here. Or at least I'm hoping they kill Severe here with like a flock. Like, that's why I did not... Okay, that's interesting. I feel a mini morph coming. I was hoping they would have killed my Severe so I could replay Severe. But yeah, we just gotta hope that they don't have mini morph or Scorched Earth. That's basically it.
You've gone and spoke them.
And they had mini morph. Well, rip. GG. Okay, so welcome back to the deck. Pretty good games. 4 games, 3 wins, 1 loss. We went against Darkness, we crushed them. Went against a Sion Draven list, crushed it as well. We went against someone who, for some reason, was playing an old version, or I don't even know what current current Ahri Kennen looks like. I think they still are supposed to play Shadow Isles for Go Hard and Pack Your Bags. But we went against a Ahri Kennen player playing Shurima, crushed it as well. And then we got destroyed by a Bandle player, and, you know, who actually likes Bandle? No one likes Bandle. Bandle players have no friends. But yeah, like, more seriously, the Bandle deck, the Bandle matchup, just showcased, sometimes you just don't draw well, didn't draw our action or even our backup plan of Vagabond, and we drew through 3 Bright Steel Protectors, which is really, really bad for us. And our opponent had Mini Morph 2 for our Severe, which is really bad. But yeah, still pretty good games. Got to see a lot of variety there. Got to show off some rally shenanigans, overwhelm stuff, potential overwhelm stuff, how good action is. Good stuff. But yeah, I think the deck is a very good deck if you are... if you have good game knowledge, if you're skillful. Granted, some games are just like, I just curved out and won the game and had a protection spell for my units. Like, oh, I had a turn 1 nothing, turn 2 action. Or like even turn 1 Treasure Seeker, turn 2 action, turn 3 Broadwing, turn 4 Severe with and then you have Shapestone backup and you just win because that's a really hard start to beat. But I'd say at least half of the games feel like you're actually having to think, trying to bluff, planning out your future turns. What's like, how am I going to actually win this game? Should I go for an Absolver win con, a Rally win con? Should I do this to try and level up Severe or Action much faster? There's a lot of depth to this deck. And I guess that's why a lot of people like it. I might play it more myself, in all honesty. But yeah, I'd love to hear your opinion on this deck. I think it's a really good deck for the current meta. I don't really think it has any bad matchups, like terrible matchups. I think maybe its worst matchup would be, I guess, off the top of my head, maybe its worst matchup is Pantheon. And even then, I don't think Pantheon's that bad of a matchup. Like Pantheon Yuumi, but I don't think it's that bad. You would think it is a really unfavorable matchup, but I don't think it's that bad of a matchup. I think. I feel like in the Pantheon matchup, you just go wide and win with rallies and maybe 4 Demacias and Absolvers and stuff. But I didn't run into a Pantheon deck, so we won't know. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you guys did like the video, I'd love it if you could leave a like or a comment down below. Always helps me and the channel out. And if you guys want to keep up with the Legends of Runeterra content, you can always go and subscribe to the channel as well. Also, if you want to watch me play some Legends of Runeterra, you can go and check me out over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zenaton, where I stream pretty much every single day. Anyway, though, with that all said and done, thank you all again once more for watching this video, and until I see you guys in the next one, bye!